So, hi guys. I hope you are enjoying the training. Now we want to talk about Twitter. So I hope that you've listened to the last video on introduction on Facebook marketing, and I hope you've digested the information in that video. Now we want to talk about Twitter. Now Twitter was co-founded by Jack Dorsey, and it's a social networking site that enables users to share uh, short tweets in 20 characters. The posts we do on Twitter, they are called tweets. And it has over 1.8 million Nigerian users right now. And that is as of last year. So I'm sure that number will have increased right now. So on mobile, people use Twitter the most on mobile because it's, though you can use it on laptop, but then because it's a microblogging site, people basically tweet on the go, right? But of course, we know that people access social media mostly on their mobile anyway, and there are millions of tweets shared daily, millions of retweets on Twitter. What we mean by a retweet is the same thing we mean by share on Facebook. Just to share something from someone else shared something, you are now resharing it to your own audience. Do you understand? That's the same thing as retweet here. Now, the lifespan of a tweet is 17 minutes. Now, it doesn't mean that your tweets will go off Twitter after 17 minutes. What it means is this: Twitter is a content-driven platform. For instance, so on Facebook and Instagram, people might advise you that don't do more than 3-4 posts a day, right? But on Twitter, there's no, you can do 100 posts a day. You can do 1,000 posts a day because it is content driven. So there's no limit. Do you understand? So if you are posting 1,000 posts a day, let's say 100 posts a day, someone else is doing 100 posts a day, another person is doing 100 posts a day. That means that the Twitter homepage will be refreshing every second. Do you understand? For instance, if I'm following 1,000 people and let's say 500 of them are doing up to 50 to 100 posts a day, that means I'll be having new posts or new tweets every second. Do you understand? So it is easy once you do a tweet, before the time in which that tweet stays before it goes down the timeline, down the timeline or the homepage, that page of homepage. When you post it, it takes a very short time before it goes down. So in 10 minutes, your tweet has gone down. People are not seeing it anymore. Do you understand? But if your tweet goes viral, let's say you tweet about something that is a viral content, then maybe, of course, people might continue to see you because it's a viral content, and people can begin to retweet and like and then do things like that. Do you understand? But it's very easy to lose attention here. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, it is an interactive publishing platform. Now, here too, after watching this video, I want you to tell me if you're on Twitter and tell me what you are doing on Twitter. All right, so let's go. Now, Twitter marketing. The first thing you need to do is to create a Twitter account for yourself. The next thing is create a Twitter marketing strategy. Now, I tell people that don't just create a social media marketing strategy. Create different strategies for different platforms because these platforms have their uniqueness. Do you understand? For instance, on Twitter, you can only share things that have up to 280 characters. Do you understand? That means your text, your full stops, your space bars, everything, 280 characters. Once it goes beyond 280, you will not be able to tweet it. Do you understand? But on Facebook, you can share something you can share even your life history. Do you understand? You can share something as lengthy as possible. No matter how long it is, you can share. Do you understand? On Instagram, you cannot share without having a visual content, a video or a picture. So you can say that there are differences in these platforms, meaning that what works on Facebook might not work on Twitter because of that difference, that you cannot share something above 280 characters. So you can say that they have their own differences. So because of that, you must have a strategy for these different platforms. Okay. So create an hashtag. Hashtags work on Twitter a lot. I say this. Hashtags, they work on Twitter perfectly. Create an hashtag. Hashtag can help you. It can help you document your post and help you amplify your post. I'll say that when we get into the practical class. I'll talk more on that when we get into the practical class. Now, post regular specials and sales on Twitter. Use Twitter to search for people tweeting about questions in your industry, and you can answer. For instance, if I'm about cryptocurrency, I can search hashtag Bitcoin and begin to see what people are saying about Bitcoin. If I see a question by someone asking a question about Bitcoin, I can decide to answer, right? If your business is mobile, you can post. You can use Twitter to post your daily location, right? You can post your location. I'm in Lagos. I'm in Abuja. I'm in this, right? And then post quality content. I've said on social media, you should post quality content on every platform that you are present on. Now, you can follow people, see who those people are following, and also follow them. Of course, you're following people in your industry. Do you understand? To see what they are doing, to see what is working for them, to implement what is working for them in your own business, and then see their weaknesses and work on their weaknesses for your own business. Also, set up URL tracking. Now, I'll talk about this when we talk about when we are into practicals. If you, for instance, if you have a website and you want to be sharing your website content on your social media platform, you can set up URL tracking to see when people click on that link, where people are clicking on it from, and it will give you that report, right? And then observe Twitter etiquette. Don't over promote yourself. Interact with people. That is what you should do. Interact with people. That is what you should be doing on Twitter. Interact with people. Promote your Twitter handle and hashtags, and then use Twitter advertising. We'll talk about that in the practical section. In the practical session, we'll talk about that, okay? So let's talk about some apps that can help you with Twitter marketing. The first app is Crowdfire. What Crowdfire can do for you is that Crowdfire can analyze your Twitter page or your Twitter account, tell you those that you are following that are not following you back, and tell you those that are following you but you are not also following back. It will also tell you those who you are following that are not active, like inactive people that you are following. It will show you that. It will also show you those that are following you that are not active. It will help you analyze the page to know your audience better. It can also help you set an automated direct messaging or direct message, whereby when people follow you, it sends them an automatic message. Crowdfire can do that. And then you can also use hashtagify.me. What hashtagify means is that whenever you want to use hashtags, but you're not sure of the kind of hashtag you want to use for your business, you can go on hashtagify.me, put the kind of business. If you're into real estate, just put in real estate. It will now tell you trending hashtags or all the trending hashtags in that industry. That is what hashtagify.me can do for you. You can also use TweetReach. TweetReach is to know how many people are tweeting with a particular hashtag. For instance, if I've been using an hashtag for a while, or let's say I tell people that help me tweet my hashtag and win a prize, right? The person that gets the highest engagement or the highest reach will get the prize. Now, once people begin to tweet with this hashtag, you can go on TweetReach, put in the hashtag there. It will tell you all the accounts that have tweeted with that hashtag. It will tell you the amount of reach they've gotten, the amount of engagement they've gotten, right? So it's a kind of tracking app that you can use to track what people are saying about you on Twitter, right? So let's go into Instagram quickly. Don't forget that this is our introductory class, or this is our introductory session, okay? We are still going to practicals much later, all right? So Instagram is a photo sharing or video sharing platform. Of course, we know that here it is about visual content, just visual content alone, right? It was launched in 2010. It has over 1 billion users worldwide. Most of its users are between the ages of 18 to 29 years, right? The reason why you not see older people here is because they don't understand this platform, right? When you tell them add as friend, accept friend, they understand. But once you begin to tell them follow me, follow back, it's a lot of work for them. Do you understand? So you find youth mostly here, and you must have heard that this is the hottest platform because it drives, and this is the best platform for engagement right now. the best platform for organic engagement right now. When we say organic engagement, I mean engagement that you're not paying the platform for. Do you understand? It is the best platform for engagement right now, right? And most brands are using this platform to increase their brand visibility and engagement. Okay. So Instagram strategies, you can follow people to get follow back, but of course, follow your target audience, right? One trick you can use in knowing your target audience is this. If I'm into fashion, I can go to Bella Ninja fashion page, right? Go there, see those who are engaging with their content, and begin to follow those who are engaging with their content, because I know that they'll be my target audience. Do you understand? Because Bella Ninja's followers will be those who are interested in fashion. And those who are engaged with their content will be those who are very interested, very keen on fashion. Do you understand? Very keen about fashion. And when I begin to follow these guys, those who are engaging with their content, not their followers, those who are engaging with their content. Because if you follow their followers, you never can tell. They might have fake followers, right? But you're following those who are engaging with their content. So you begin to follow those guys. Those are guys who are interested in fashion, and they can decide to follow you back. Okay, they can decide to follow you back. If they don't follow you back, there are apps that you can use to know those who are not following you back. The same thing Crowdfire does on Twitter. There are apps that do that on Instagram too. I will share those apps. Right. One of those apps is one of such apps is Followers Assistant. Followers Assistant. It's a free app. Go on your Play Store, your App Store, download it, put in your Instagram account there. You see those who are following you that you are not following back. You see those you are following that are not following you back. So you can decide to unfollow those who are not following you back if you want. DM potential customers, use hashtags. Hashtags are also very relevant here, as the way it is very relevant with Twitter too. Do Instagram advertisements. We'll talk about that in the practical session. Optimize your profile to reflect your brand. Optimize your profile to reflect exactly what your brand is about, exactly what you do. Do you understand? Let people see your brand on Instagram and know exactly what you do. They don't begin to ask questions like, hey, what are you into? After seeing your profile. Do you understand? So optimize your profile to reflect your brand. When people visit your page, they should know exactly what you do from your images and from your bio, right? Connect with your Facebook account, right? You should, because Instagram does not work well if you don't connect with a Facebook account. If you want to have an Instagram business page, you need to connect that Instagram account to a Facebook business page. I'll show you how to do that in the practical session. Network on Instagram. Follow people who are in your industry. Follow those who are influencers in your industry. Network with them. Use videos a lot. All right. Do photo contests, right? Showcase photo of your employees. For instance, because you want to do engagement. You want people to engage with your content. You can post a content about you in your office with your employees, and you guys are just having a good time. Trust me, people are interested in seeing behind the scene content. Trust me. Just the way football lovers, you want to see a video of Messi while he's training. You'll be so interested in that kind of video because you want to see how he trains himself to do the things he does on the pitch. So you'll be interested. That's how it works too. You can showcase videos of your employees behind the scene videos, how you are making. For instance, you sell bed sheets. You can do a video of how you are making a bed sheet, just a minute video, and then post it, and people see it, and people engage, and that's it. Reward loyal followers, right? Reward them. And then use relevant hashtags. I cannot emphasize this too much. Use hashtags that are relevant about your industry. And I've told you how to find relevant hashtags. Keywords in your industry are relevant hashtags. If I'm into real estate, then real estate is a keyword. Land is a keyword. Rent is a keyword. Property is a keyword. What else? Those things are keywords. The words that you know that whenever you're talking about this industry, you have a high probability of using those words. And I've told you about hashtagify.me. You can go there to research keywords about your industry. Now let's talk about LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is co-founded by Reid Hoffman in 2002. Here we have professionals. It's a professional platform where professionals come to network with other professionals, right? And it is business oriented. Millions of articles are shared daily, millions of comments, millions of likes, right? It is most people use it as an online resume, right? Now here, one thing you should know is this: whenever people come to your LinkedIn profile, they should be able to see everything that they can see on your CV, because LinkedIn has on your profile, you can put your job experience, you can put your education, you can put about you, what you do, because people search for people by what they do on LinkedIn. Unlike Facebook, where you can search for people's name, you search for people's names, right? But here, you can search for people by what they do. You can decide to search for digital marketing experts in Lagos and to bring them out. So you must put all those things that you do on your profile too, so that when people search for things about what you do, you can come up too, right? So steps from marketing: create a LinkedIn profile, create a company page. Here, you can create a, like, it's called company page, or like Facebook, what we call them business pages. Here they're called company pages, but it's the same thing. Just creating a page for your business, and it's the same thing. The LinkedIn profile, just like Facebook, where the Facebook profile manages the business page. Also here, the LinkedIn profile manages the company page. The same strategy. And then passive LinkedIn marketing. Like this simply means that creating a profile, building connections, and keeping your account updated, and being active on LinkedIn. Be active, post, talk on LinkedIn, talk about your business, talk about your industry. Do you understand? In that way, you are passively marketing yourself, right? Because once people begin to read from you a lot, they can get interested in what you do. Do you understand? And then you can get the attention of potential clients and customers, and people can search you and find you. You can get introductions to people in your business. You can get introduced to people in your business who you might not have met daily. Do you understand? On the platform. And then display your recommendations. If people recommend you that you are good in social media, you are good in email marketing, you are good in this, you are good in that, post those recommendations on LinkedIn. There's a platform on your profile where you can post where recommendations appear, right? Ensure you list your skills. There's a segment where you can list your skills, your achievements, your honors, your awards, your projects you've done in the past. There's a section there where you can list all those things. When we go into practicals, I'll show you all this, right? Promote your LinkedIn URL, right? Put your LinkedIn URL on your email. Whenever you're sending out emails to people, put your LinkedIn URL there so that they can find you on LinkedIn, okay? So active LinkedIn marketing. So you can also go aggressive on marketing here. You can even do LinkedIn adverts, right? I'll show you LinkedIn adverts when we go into practicals. So you can do aggressive marketing, promote yourself, promote your service, but make sure that you are doing more of passive marketing. You are engaging, you are being active. You are talking about your industry than active marketing, right? Post regularly, right? Participate in LinkedIn groups. There are LinkedIn groups too on LinkedIn. Go on LinkedIn groups, join groups, and then be frequent on those groups. And then send email, send message and invitations to those in your network and to other group of members. And don't spam people. You can, for instance, sometimes I send my services to people on LinkedIn as DM into their inbox. I just tell them, hi, so I mention their names. Hi, so. I don't spam. Spamming means sending a broadcast message to plenty people. No, I don't do that. I come to your profile. Before I send you a message, I come to your profile to see what you're about, so that I can know the kind of content to send to you. Do you understand? I don't just send broadcasts. So I just say, hi, I mention your name. I'll tell you that you are doing a great work at your company. I can see what you're doing, but there's a service that I have that can help you market your company better or whatever. Do you understand? And that's, if you do that consistently, you can get clients from there too. And then answer questions and leave comments on places of interest. But once you see that people are posting about something, people are commenting about something on LinkedIn, and that thing is about your industry, you can go there to also answer questions and leave comments too. Try LinkedIn advertising. Use advanced LinkedIn search to get people in your network. And I said you can search for people by what they do on LinkedIn. Remember I said that. And then LinkedIn reports those who view your profile. They give you that report. It tells you so person viewed your profile. You see all those things. Sometimes what I do is that I go and check those people out and see what they're about. and then I can decide to send them a content. For instance, if I see that an entrepreneur, for instance, I'm a digital marketing. I'm a digital marketer, right? So now, if I'm into digital marketing, that's what I meant to say. Now, if I see that someone checks my profile, and I go to the person's profile, and I see that the person does what's the word? The person is an entrepreneur. The person owns a small scale business. I can decide to send the content about myself to the person, that I'm a social media marketer. I can help you market your business to get more clients and more sales and whatever. Do you understand? So you can do that too, right? So causes of social media failures, right? Poor content. I emphasize poor content. Poor content is a major cause of social media failure. Jumping on the wrong trend. You're about real estate, and on Twitter you saw a trend about entertainment. You want to jump on it. You saw that one artist has slapped one artist on Twitter, and then you want to jump on it and use that one to market yourself. Of course, you are marketing yourself with the wrong trend, right? Poor budgeting. You are doing advertising, and social media ads, they work with your budget, right? So you can't say that I want to spend 10K and get 1 million sales. This is not MMM. It is marketing. Do you understand? So if you have a poor budget, of course, it might be a cause for social media failure, right? And we'll talk about budgets more when we are doing practicals. And if your competitors did the campaign better, I sell bed sheets, someone else also sell bed sheets, but my competitor is doing much more than I'm doing. It can be because why I am failing on social media, because the competitor is doing much more. That person will be getting much more attention than I'm getting. Do you understand? And then spelling and grammar. I say this a lot. When you're posting on social media, please take note of your spellings and grammar, right? And then please, if you use shorthand a lot, all those that instead of writing have, HAVE, you're writing AV. Please make sure that you correct those things when you're going on social media. I even advise you, stop using shorthand. Stop them. Because you never can tell where you just mistakenly use it on social media, right? And here people can, you are posting to the public. Anybody can see it, right? Unrealistic expectations. As I said, that you want to spend 10K and get 1 million in sales. That's unrealistic. Wrong tone. Most times there is a tone in which you, for instance, if I'm targeting the kids and I'm targeting adults, the way I would draft my content will have a different tone. Do you understand? Like the way I talk to the kids will be different from the way I talk to adults, right? So if you are talking to kids the way you should be talking to adults, then that's the wrong tone, right? Data was not analyzed. If you don't analyze data, for instance, when you're marketing on social media, when you're doing social media ads, they will tell you, okay, for this amount you have, this amount of results you will get. Now, if you don't take note of that, those stats they are giving you, those statistics they are giving you, and you just put in money and you're expecting this so returns without analyzing the data they are giving you, then it can be a cause for your social media failure. It can be a cause for social media failure. Poor image quality. I've talked about poor content. So poor image quality is also part of poor content. Wrong channel selected. For instance, if I'm a photographer, the best platform for me will be Facebook and Instagram. If I now go and be very active on Twitter and I'm inactive on Instagram, then that's the wrong channel. Do you understand? For every industry you are in, there are channels that will benefit you. If you know that your industry is picture driven, then you must care about Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I'm not saying that you should not be on Twitter, but then don't put all your efforts on Twitter. Put all your efforts on these platforms. Instagram number 1, LinkedIn number 2, Facebook number 3. Right? Good. But if you are a blogger, for instance, if your industry is content driven, like you're a blogger or you're into HR, then you must care about Twitter and LinkedIn, right? HR because in LinkedIn, because that's where that platform is for professional guys, right? So since you're into HR, people hire people on LinkedIn, right? And then handling too many channels. You're into photography. You want to be on Twitter. You want to be active, very active on Twitter. You want to be very active on LinkedIn. You want to be very active on Instagram. You want to be very active on WhatsApp. You want to be very active on Pinterest. You want to be very active on Google Plus. Every platform. That's too much. You wear yourself out. Focus on the platforms that get you much more results, and then be active on those ones. You can be active on, you can be present on other ones, but don't focus your efforts on those other platforms, right? Social media campaigns, you can do photo contests, you can do video contests, you can do dance competitions, you can use influencers. Influencers are those who have strong followership on social media, and they can post about your content. You can use poetry, and you can use raffle draws. These are strategies for marketing yourself on social media. And I'm not spoken so much about contests and competitions, right? Now, steps to take while campaigning. One, identify a catchy campaign name. A catchy campaign name is a campaign like 20% discount, 50% discount, 50% Wahoo discount. Those are catchy campaign names. Like, for instance, when Pepsi did that long truth bottle, that Pepsi long truth bottle was their campaign name. Do you understand? You can do fall Yakata discount. All these kind of things, they are campaign names that you can adopt, right? And then identify measurable goals. I've talked about analyzing data. So you must analyze your data to tie those data to your goals, right? Have a clear timeline. When do you want to start this campaign? When do you want to end this campaign? You must have a clear timeline, because it's only then you can set a goal. By social dates, we want to end this campaign, and these are the results we want to get. Do you understand? And then decide on the channels you want to use. You want to use Facebook, you want to use Twitter, you want to use Instagram. Decide on those channels you want to use, and then decide if you will do paid advertising to see how much you'll be spending on that, and then develop contents that you want to use for your campaign. And during the campaign, monitor the channels you're using, monitor how far your campaigns are going, monitor the popularity of your campaign, adjust the campaign strategy if necessary, and then use influencers if necessary. All right. And after the campaigns, compare your objective from the beginning of the campaign to the result at the end of the campaign, and then push leads, those who show interest, push them to become loyal customers, and then report the result of your campaign to a senior. If you have a senior, if there's someone who you report to, report the result of the campaign to that person. And then determine what social network to use. I've talked about this. Make sure your social media sites are all professionally branded. Brainstorm topics, subjects, and general content that will be of help to your target audience, or that will be of interest to your target audience, right? And then create content in multiple formats. You can create content in PDF, in video, in audio, in picture, different formats, all right? And then be consistent. That you start today and you've not started making sales today doesn't mean that you should stop. Be consistent, because people are seeing you. Just that people will not show interest immediately they see you. They need time to begin to see you to see you the more before they show interest. So be consistent. Review analytics and social data. Social data are those data I told you, those insights, the stats. Review them, right? Position yourself as an authority. To make money in whatever you're doing, you need to position yourself as an authority in that thing, so that people can pay attention to you and then make sales from you. And then build strategic alliance online, right? Build network with people who can propel you from where you are to where you want to be. Build an email list. I say this a lot. Don't just, for instance, when you have customers, your existing customers, whenever they make a purchase from you, ask for their data. Ask for their phone numbers, politely ask for it. Their phone numbers, their names, their email, because you never can tell. If I buy trousers from you today, I might need shirts tomorrow. But if you have my contact database, you can now begin to send me new arrivals. Do you understand? But if you don't have it, if I don't make that sale and you don't have any of my contact database, then you'll be caring about marketing to new audience every time, and you wear yourself out. Meanwhile, those who have bought from you in the past actually need another service that you can offer. But because you don't have their contact database, you can't reach out to them anymore. Do you understand? So build email lists, or build the contact database of your customers, and also build contact database of potential customers, right? And then give more than you receive. Always give valuable content. Make sure that every content you put out on social media leaves your audience better than they were before seeing the contents. Always make sure of that. All right. So thank you very much. This is the end of our introductory session on social media marketing. I hope you're happy. right? So after now, the next thing we'll be doing our practical sessions, right? So you can read about me, and then you can contact me with this. These are my contact details. You can contact me on email, WhatsApp, call, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. All right. So thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. All right. So bye.